We got our man.
A 5-day manhunt is over. Patrick McDowell, wanted for the murder of Deputy Joshua Moyers, is now in custody.
The handcuffs that were put on him were Deputy Moyers. It's a great day in Nassau County.
Now we can go back to the way it was.
Tonight, the sheriff tells us how he was found.
He called out that he wanted to give himself up. We gave him that opportunity.
This is First Coast News on your side.
The manhunt for an accused killer over tonight. Thank you for staying up with us. I'm Heather Crawford.
And I'm Anthony Austin. Today, the Nassau County Sheriff's Office took Patrick McDowell into custody. You see a picture right here. He's accused of shooting Deputy Joshua Moyers to death, then sending law enforcement on a 5-day manhunt.
That's right, Anthony. And today, the suspect surrendered at this baseball field right here in Callahan. The Nassau County Sheriff says it was tips that led officers to the ballpark's concession stand area, and that's where they heard the suspect turn himself in.
And as you can see in this new video, McDowell was taken by ambulance to UF Health Jacksonville, where he's being treated tonight. And that's where we find On Your Side's Tristan Hardy with the latest.
While Patrick McDowell's injuries are treated at UF Health, a Callahan community is shaken up. But knowing he was arrested gives people some peace.
We got our man. It's a great day in Nassau County.
Patrick McDowell spent 5 days hiding from the authorities. Sheriff Bill Leeper says the suspect was found hiding in a restroom at the Callahan ballpark. That's where McDowell surrendered.
He came out of the bathrooms, had him get down on the ground and crawl. He crawled like a baby, like the coward he is.
The arrest wasn't far from Friday's fatal traffic stop, just less than 10 miles from where McDowell allegedly shot and killed 29-year-old Deputy Joshua Moyers.
All my friends and family that live around here could sleep better at night.
Philip Wilson describes Moyers as the hometown cop, someone he'd always interact with at a gas station. To Wilson, Callahan is a close-knit community. Moyers' death left him devastated.
You know, everybody considers everybody family around here. So I'm happy that he's caught.
Wilson says the Callahan community can finally rest.
The individuals that are behind me, their agencies, and there are so many, many more that helped in this manhunt. Without their resources, this guy would have got away.
Now that the search is over, families can finally come outside without worry, not without holding on to their loved ones a bit tighter. For now in Jacksonville, I'm Tristan Hardy, First Coast News, on your side.
And it took 5 days to capture the man accused of killing Deputy Moyers, and we spoke with First Coast News crime and safety expert Mark Bachman about his biggest takeaway from the search.
The relentless pursuit of it. I mean, the leadership of the sheriff here, who was very candid with the public, said what they were going to do. They quadranted off an area. You had 15 to 20 different agencies assisting, and they never gave up the scope of looking for him. And they just tracked him down. They tracked down somebody that killed one of their own, and that's what they should have done.
And following the capture of Deputy Moyers' accused killer, we spoke with the president of the police union in Nassau County.
She sounded kind of bubbly. As far as, I guess you could hear, I'm so happy that that he was caught. He said Joshua would have been so happy.
And so there, he's actually talking about Moyers' mother, how she responded to the arrest of McDowell. He's been in law enforcement himself for decades, and he will stay in touch with the family to offer support from the Fraternal Order of Police. And McDowell's dad releasing a statement on the arrest of his son. He said, quote, "I'm glad no one else got hurt, and I hope that it will help Deputy Moyers' family knowing he's not still at large."
And tonight, I spoke with a former housemate of Patrick McDowell who says he knew him well.
I'm still kind of in shock over it because he's Patrick McDowell, clean and sober, is an amazing human being. Knowing that he struggled with the disease of addiction, I have to believe that that had something to do with this too. And his untreated PTSD.
Blaine Lannon, an Army veteran, says he got to know Patrick McDowell, a Marine veteran, when they lived together for a few months at 5-Star Veterans Center in Jacksonville.
Most of the guys there are there for PTSD-related issues.
When you met him during that time, what stood out to you about him?
A lot of the conversations that we had were deep trauma-related conversations. The Patrick McDowell I knew shed tears over things that he experienced in Iraq. specifically little kids. The Patrick McDowell that I knew would have never turned a weapon on a cop.
Landon says he's grateful McDowell was apprehended without anyone else getting hurt, and says he's praying for Deputy Joshua Moyers' family and the McDowell family.
Nothing that I have to say excuses his choice or his behavior at all. It's horrible. What do I wish for Patrick? That he be held accountable to the letter of the law for his choice.
At the same time, he says he hopes good can come out of this horrific tragedy.
I don't believe that we're doing our best as a culture and a society to help veterans when they return. I hope that my words start some uncomfortable conversation, because we need change in this country.
Now, if you're a veteran or you know of one who may be struggling, it's important to know help is available. You can call and confidentially speak with a counselor through the Veteran Crisis Hotline. You see the number right there on your screen. You can also text the word HELP to 838-255.
And a memorial for Deputy Moyers continues to grow tonight. This new video from outside of the Nassau County Sheriff's Office shows his patrol SUV on display. People have placed pictures and flowers in and around the SUV. You can also see it's wrapped with a black mourning band around the hood and a framed picture there on the windshield.